that just sounds so good. We're going to listen to much, much more of that, but I didn't want to leave my guest hanging too long on the line. Let's start out by saying you are tuned into Local Motion here on 91.3 WVKR. Brand new track that we're hearing, Esk, off the album Show Pony. Let's get today's guest on the line. Todd, are you with me?
I am with you.
Isn't it nice to hear your own music just sitting back and relaxing a little bit?
It's kind of surreal. It's a beautiful thing.
I bet. We're talking with Todd Caldwell today. God, I just was blown away by your musicianship, and you're playing that B3 like nobody's business. When I met you and saw you a few months ago, we met at Graham Nash show because you tour
Right.
with the extraordinary, legendary Graham Nash. And
That's right.
I know Zach. We're friends with Zach Dajikian, and
Mhm.
and I was lucky enough to meet you after the show and talk with you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to have you on my show. And here it is. It comes to fruition. So appreciate you
Well, it's an
being
honor.
here.
Thank you, Rita. I appreciate it.
And it was just, I don't know, I mean, I want to get into your career, but I just got to say that night, I think any of us that were in the audience, and we're all of a certain age, goosebumps everywhere, because and you get this every single show you play with him, the whole audience is singing every word of every song.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. You just feel like you're kind of like pumped up by the energy coming from the people. The enthusiasm. It's an amazing feeling.
Like a
Really.
legendary group, that's what
Mm, mm,
CSN,
mm,
sometimes Y, was and
yep.
is, to some
Hmm.
extent.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I don't know. If I were you, I'd be pinching myself almost every single night because it was just,
I,
oh,
tr- I truly am. It's hard to believe that it's real sometimes,
yeah,
and it's I don't know. It's just crazy.
yeah.
It's been my privilege and honor to have been in the Crosby, Stills, and Nash camp for many years now, and it's
Amazing, amazing. I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get into all of that, but what I love to
Mhm.
start doing, because people hear you and you hear your music and all of that, but sometimes musicians don't talk a lot. So I love to go into the
So,
background and the beginnings of how you started in music and when you first heard music or like really heard it. But I do
yeah,
understand
yeah,
that you come from a family that's steeped in music. So talk
yeah.
to me about
That's right.
your growing up with these musical parents.
Well, my dad was a great saxophone player and a studio owner as well in Lubbock, Texas, which there aren't many recording studios in Lubbock, Texas, by the way. um, but and my mother is a phenomenal singer and has been. She was kind of kind of a child prodigy on radio and TV shows when she was 10, 11 years old.
Wow.
She was obsessed with Brenda Lee. She just she could match her phrasing on the records and sing along with the recordings. You could hardly tell there were two voices.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but yeah, I was just really lucky to grow up in that environment. And in addition to them just simply being musicians, the recording studio was kind of a hub for so many Texas musicians coming through, recording, hanging out. All the Texas country legends like Joe Ely,
Wow.
the Flatlanders, Jerry Dale Gilmore, Terry Allen. All these guys were just kind of, to me as a kid, these were just guys that were kind of hanging out.
Right. You didn't really know, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know until later. I was still just kind of like processing the just how fortunate I was to get to grow up in that environment.
Yeah. And so you've been
Um,
listening to music your whole life. You were like thrown into it and
yeah,
just, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Started out in
You know,
country.
we'd be harmonizing in the car on family trips
I
and
love
stuff.
it.
It was like some Partridge Family kind of stuff or something.
That's so beautiful. What was your first instrument, Todd?
Well, my first instrument was saxophone,
Ah,
like my father, and I was quite serious about it. But when I got into college, I got into Hammond organ. I got into It happened in my freshman year of college.
Where'd you go?
Within a week of, I went to a small school outside of Lubbock called South Plains College,
Mm-hmm.
and a great little music department with some wonderful musicians in it. And one day my piano teacher there gave me a Steely Dan cassette,
Oh,
and
yes.
then about a week later, I found a Fender Rhodes at a pawn shop and bought it, and
Wow.
that kind of like became that was the beginning of my being a keyboard player and piano player.
Wow. So you moved from
Um,
saxophone to organ, and then yeah, and the
yeah,
Hammond. I
hmm
mean, that's a
yeah.
distinct instrument.
It really is a beast. I just the organ is just one of those sounds that I remember when I was real young. My dad was playing a Jimmy Smith record, and I
Hmm.
remember just hearing the sound of it, and it just like it. I don't know. It just like it pierced me somehow, And I remember just asking him, "What is that
Did
sound?"
he have one
And
in his recording studio?
he didn't actually, but our next door neighbors, this beautiful, sweet elderly couple, they had a little organ in their front room. So occasionally I would go over there and just kind of mess with the buttons and the drawbars, and
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing, but it was, when you're a kid like that, musical instruments are just they're just toys,
Yeah.
and you just play with it on a level that's just so much different than when you become a professional musician,
Sure.
and
Well, you're
your
trying it
your
all
life
out.
hangs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Yeah.
I think back so fondly to those that childlike wonder of those days.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. It's
really
a
special.
beautiful, beautiful memories.
Mhm.
But then you
Yeah,
also fell in love with jazz.
yeah, yeah.
When did
You
that
know,
start? In college or?
that kind of started in college too. Yeah, I just remember getting exposed to so much stuff. When I was a teenager playing saxophone, I was really obsessed with David Sanborn.
Mm-hmm.
I loved his playing, his just the soul and the feeling and the emotion in his music. That was the thing that really struck me. And when I got into college, yeah, I just started to get exposed to a lot of other stuff. Not Steely Dan and groove jazz, but also I started checking out Wayne Shorter
Mm.
and Coltrane and Charlie Parker. The some of the creators of bebop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and I was just soaking it up like a sponge. I
Mm.
really loved it. I loved the Wayne Shorter quartet, um, with Brian Blade and
Oh,
Danilo Perez and John Patitucci.
oh.
When I was in college, I was obsessed with that group.
Mm, mm.
Um,
Brian Blade was
yeah.
oh, feedback. What if you have me on speaker, take me off, please.
Oh,
Brian Blade, I saw him at this, I don't know if you're familiar with this small club called the Falcon in
oh
Marlboro.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I saw
yeah.
Brian Blade there a couple of times. That guy is out of this world. He's just
Yeah,
insane.
he's a true phenomenon. He just lights a fire in every band,
Yeah,
in every setting that he's in.
yeah, yeah,
It's just so crazy.
yeah, yeah. No,
I've
he's
I've been fortunate to see him many times. Every time it's mind blowing.
yeah, yeah. I think I saw him last year with Nora Jones at the Saratoga Jazz Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And just all the incarnations. I've probably seen him a handful of times, but each time he's just, I mean, he leaves me speechless, put it that way.
Mm. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just crazy. It's like his ears are so checked in. He's just so in the moment,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
Heavy
plays
hitters.
without fear. It seems like to me anyway. Yeah.
So you are now, I know you're in Brooklyn and you're a New
hmm
Yorker now. And what
hmm
brought you to New York and when did you move to New York?
Well, it was definitely just my love of jazz
Mm-hmm.
and my just desire to be in the middle of this beautiful community of musicians up here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it wasn't when I was in Texas. I was dirt poor. I had no money to make it up here,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually the fortunate happenstance of me working with Stephen Stills that I got
Amazing.
a couple of tours under my belt, had a little bit of money, and as soon as I could, I was like, I'm getting an apartment in Brooklyn. I'm doing this thing,
Wow, wow.
And
So you talk.
yeah,
I mean that just you roll a name like that right off your tongue, like everybody has a career with Stephen Stills. Hello, please talk about that a little more.
I think it's a beautiful story, actually. So the guy that owns the tour bus company, Roadhouse Transportation, down near Austin, it's a great musician and person named J. Boy Adams, and he was a family friend of my dad's from way back. Um, and Steven Stills had rented buses from Jay for years, And at one point, Jay came up to my dad's studio in Lubbock, and he wanted to record an album of his own songs, kind of country rock and roll kind of stuff. And myself and my dad and my brother produced the record with him, and had a great time, and just really I became friends with Jay over the course of working on that record.
Hmm.
And not long after we finished that record, Jay called me up and he's like, "Hey man, my band's gonna back up Steven Stills. He's coming to play a little fundraiser for I think it was the Heart Foundation of Austin or something." And he's like, I need you to drive your B3 down here and come play this show."
Wow.
And so I did. I drove down to Austin there and stayed at Jay's place, and hung out with Steven for a couple of days. We rehearsed and did the show, and it was a really wonderful experience. But I kind of, the gig ended, and I didn't really think anything of it. And about 6 months later, I got a call from Steven's people, and he needed an organ player for like
Wow.
a 6-week summer tour.
Wow.
So, and then like 2 weeks later, I was in Austin rehearsing with all these musicians who I'd only read on the back of album covers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just very surreal. I think I was
Amazing.
27 years old at the time. You
Wow.
know,
Wow.
so
What a beautiful story. I love when it just happens
mm,
so organically. You didn't, you know, send in any demos or you just like this
yeah,
just
yeah.
happened. It just
I couldn't have
happened.
dreamed it up if I tried. I don't think.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It
That
really was.
show that I saw, and it will, I mean, I saw CSN back in the 80s and all of that, right? So,
Mm,
but this show, this latest one with Graham, he sounds as good as ever, first of all. For anyone that's
yeah,
listening, I mean, just go out there and check him out. You won't believe how good he sounds. But
yeah,
he also said this the night that I saw him at Ridgefield Playhouse in April, I believe it was. He said, no finer songwriter that he ever worked with was, of course, with Stephen Stills.
yeah, yeah. I agree with him on that.
Hmm.
Stills just he has an approach that is just kind of unique to him, and he has a groove that is also unique to him.
Yeah.
But Steven can also put his stamp on other people's tunes too.
Hmm.
He's got that great version of Woodstock. Um, and I saw him do it with other just random tunes that we would cover in the band. He could kind of cut through a lot of the song and find the core of the part that he could relate to, and he could make that little part all his own.
All his own.
It is really
Yeah.
special thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
super talented. So, needless to
Mhm.
say, okay, so you were Stephen for how long were you with Stephen? Not way more than this 6 week tour that you started out with.
It was, yeah. It became, after that 6-week tour, he asked me to come to go to Australia with the Crosby, Stills and Nash
Whoa.
band. And we
Wow.
just that was also mind blowing. To 27, 28-year-old me to say that I was green would be an understatement. I mean, I grew up in music and I played a lot of gigs in Lubbock, but being thrust into this kind of big rock and roll touring world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my head was spinning for a little while,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah. Oh my
But
God. I'd still be spinning.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, it just folded into Crosby, Stills and Nash stuff. But in between the CSN tours, Stephen would book tours with his solo band, and yeah, it just became a solid lot of work with Stephen and Crosby, Stills and Nash up until 2015 when the band broke apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And since then, I was fortunate enough for Graham to pull me into his solo group, and
Which is so
I've just
extraordinary.
Graham and I have become. I just feel like we've become great friends
Oh,
and
please send him this recording
musical
later.
partners.
Please
I
do.
definitely will. I definitely will.
I
I can't
think
wait to
I
tell
think
him all
he
about it.
he even like reposted the Zach thing that I did. So just
Uh,
please, because you guys are worth highlighting. I mean, his band is
oh, thank you.
extraordinary. I mean, whoa, you guys were just on it that night, and
And
as you
I'm
are.
really proud of the show we're doing.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really feels
You know,
special. You know.
and as much of a fan as I've been of CSN, and sometimes why, the stories he told, like I didn't know that with Our House. That's when
Yeah.
he was seeing Joni Mitchell, and they went to this antique store, and there's this little vase, and they picked it up, and he went home and wrote this song. What? I mean, it's a song that every American knows. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
No, man, let me tell you, every day he is dropping some story like that where you're just like, what?
yeah,
You were where? You did what?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. It's like,
I was over at his apartment not too long ago and helping him with some music gear and stuff, and we're moving stuff around, and I pick up this kind of busted little lamp thing, and I'm just kind of moving it out of the way, and as I'm moving it, Graham just goes, that was Jack Kerouac's lamp, you
what?
know?
Come on, jeez. You know, is the guy
I'm
going to
like,
write a
what?
book or something, or what? What?
Yeah, he could write like volumes, I think,
Yeah, and like encyclopedias of stories
hmm
and of different
hmm
chapters and of people. But
Yeah.
that's what makes it so engaging to see to see him and to have him
hmm
perform live. Oh my God! If he
Yeah.
ever wants to do an interview, I'll do him justice. I swear to God, I will. So anyway, you got to throw the dreams out there, Todd.
I'll put in a plug for you,
Oh
Rita.
my gosh. I mean, I would do it justice, believe me. And
No
anyway,
doubt,
you
no
have
doubt.
to throw the dreams out there, just like you got to once in a while throw it
Oh,
out there. So now,
yeah.
when did you move to Brooklyn?
I came to Brooklyn in 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So it's
now
been a minute now.
it's been a
Yeah.
minute and yeah, a New
hmm
York minute.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
And
exactly.
you are, by the way, you recorded this new album, which I want to get into, but Josh Dion is also confirmed to be on my show. So I'm really looking forward
Oh,
to
really?
talking with
Oh,
him.
great.
Yeah, seen him perform a couple of times here in the Hudson Valley. And I was supposed to have him on like a year and a half ago, and I had to take a hiatus for health reasons. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to book Josh. So luckily we found a date that works for him. So Josh is,
Oh,
of
that's
course,
great.
one of your musicians on your new album called Show Pony, and that was just released a few months ago back in March. So
hmm
bravo and congratulations on this wonderful album.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And you recorded it in one day?
Yeah, that was actually the kind of the first time this trio ever really played together, ever was sort of in the studio, and the thing was kind of born out of a collaboration between myself and Chris Parker, the guitarist on the record.
Mm-hmm.
And like the song "Esque" that you just played before I came on, that's one of Chris's compositions.
Oh my.
Chris is a wonderful young guitar voice in New York. He's kind of striking
What's
a
young
tone.
nowadays? What's young?
What- Well, he's in his 30s. To me, he's young.
Okay, yes, to me that's young also. Okay, I got you. We're good.
He's just got a slant on the guitar that's a little unusual. He gets some strange sounds on it. He has a beautiful approach to slide guitar playing,
Mm,
and we've been friends for many years, and I just feel like our music kind of goes together on a compositional level,
right, right.
and I've just always felt like it's easy to play with Chris, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
think you see that. Like I go out and see a lot of live music. I try to do like it weekly, and I call it my weekly therapy session. And when the musicians jive, and you feel that as an audience member, you
yeah.
really do.
Well, it's therapy for me too,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
for sure.
Are you
You
guys
know.
going to go out and do some shows, or I know you're
Yeah, it's
busy
in the works
touring.
right now. Yeah, we're gonna try to get out later this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in between the Graham Nash tours, I'm trying to book shows for the trio,
Yeah.
and it's the next year as well.
Well, I hope that you
Um,
at least do a show up here in the Hudson Valley, and
yeah, so well, I'd love to come to the Falcon or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
and that's not that far from you guys either. So
right, yeah.
easy to drive on up. So yeah, that would be
Hmm.
great. So these 7 tracks that you have on this album, again, Show Pony. Um, how long did it take you to come up with them all?
Some of them I worked on for like, I would have like half the song written and it was sitting in a drawer for like a year. And a
Mm,
couple of them I wrote in about like 10 minutes. You
mm,
know, it
wow.
just, it was all over the place. One of the tunes, um, the, I believe it's the third song on the record called Second Perk.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I had that song. I kind of had the basic idea for it in my head for a while. And, Chris and I had scheduled a little session for a certain day to get together and work on this music. And I remember he called me and was like, "All right, I'm on my way over. I'll be there in 45 minutes or something." And as soon as I got off the phone with him, I sat down and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to find this idea, you know." And I started plugging away at the tune. And by the time Chris showed up at the house, I had the tune done.
Amazing,
You know,
amazing, amazing.
some of it was felt pretty inspired like that. You know?
When did you start composing your own music? When did that come into your world?
Oh, I've been writing tunes since I was a teenager.
Even
You
on
know,
saxophone, I
um,
guess.
yeah, totally.
Do you
It's
still
always
play
been.
sax?
I play it a little bit, but I don't have any chops anymore at all. I actually kind of fiddled around with the horns the other day, and my lip was killing me after 5 minutes. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do love saxophone, but I stopped keeping up with it.
Yeah, you got Zach
Um,
doing that now.
oh, Zach's a great saxophone
He's
player, musician.
crazy. He's
The
a
guy plays
multi-instrument.
anything.
I know. What does he not
Yeah,
play? That's what I want
I
to
know,
know.
I know, I
What?
know,
But I
I
know
know.
what he doesn't play is violin. So therefore, I'm trying.
So there we go.
There you go. There you go.
As
But
I start working on violin right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God. But no, it's just really lovely to see him. But all of you, your whole band, and I think like I felt like the camaraderie between the 4 of you that were there. It was 4 that
Mm.
night on stage, right? Was
Yeah,
it
that's
4?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Um,
man, you just I don't know. There was just like a love fest going on, and I kind of felt it.
it's we're all close. We're all good friends, and sort of sometimes the hang off stage is kind of like a rehearsal for the show in
Mhm.
a way.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's all kind of life is music, and your conversations that you have off the stage are kind of the same as the conversations you have on the stage.
Well,
It's kind of funny.
I would imagine, my daughter's I call her now a professional violinist. She quit her job and just doing music. And I think you really have to jive with the people that you're playing with. Like you can't make
Yes,
that
yeah,
up,
yeah,
like her touring
yeah.
with Rachel Yamagata. They had to
Mm.
meet before. It doesn't matter how good of a musician you are. You had to you had to like vibe and get along and just enjoy each other because touring is
Totally.
a lot of
Yeah.
work, right? You're a lot
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
and I mean, there's a lot
Well,
going on.
the show is 2 hours, and then the whole rest of the day you're just hanging, you
Right,
know.
right,
So
right.
yeah,
So you definitely want to be, yeah. But I felt that with your band, with Graham's band, and you were such a part of that. And I think you had
no
fans in the
thanks.
audience too, Todd, because there were a couple times you were doing some stuff, and boy, they were screaming. So it was.
Well, I pay some of those people to do that, of course, but
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So where are you guys going? Where are you going with Graham?
we're about to head to Colorado. We got some great gigs coming up. We're gonna play Red Rocks
Oh, get
soon, and
out! Really?
yeah, it's and I've played Red Rocks before, but
With
not with
who?
this
Stop. With
band,
who?
with Graham, with Crosby, Stills and Nash,
Whoa.
several years ago.
Oh,
That place is magic up there, just
oh.
total magic.
I've never been to a
But I'm,
show. I've been there, but I've never been to a show. I can only
oh man, it's worth it.
imagine the acoustics there are just mind-boggling.
It is, yeah. The sound is phenomenal. The visual thing is crazy.
Yeah.
You got to climb a lot of steps, but it's beautiful and worth it.
And worth it. Oh man.
Hmm.
And where else you
And I'm
going?
really excited to take this band to that venue.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh,
we're going to start in Colorado, and we're going to kind of slowly work our way back uh, back up here. Actually, I
oh,
think we finish around Philly somewhere.
oh. Are you?
But we've got some great shows with Emmylou Harris playing
Oh,
some co-bills with her
oh
group.
my
Um,
gosh. Ah,
you
Todd, I want to be you in my next life. Come on.
I do too.
Ah, I
You know.
love that. I feel it in you though. I really do. I feel your gratitude. Like you're still like wet behind the ears, but you're
Uh-oh.
not. You're seasoned. You're a seasoned professional
Yeah.
musician. But you come across like I can't believe it, and it's just so sweet, and it's just lovely, and
Oh well, thanks,
you,
Rita.
you know.
I've just been incredibly lucky. Just incredibly lucky.
Lucky, yeah,
You know.
because I think a lot of that, some of it is luck, and you have to be in the right place at the right time, and blah blah blah. But also, Todd, if you didn't have the talent that you have, luck wouldn't matter. So please acknowledge the fact that you are one
Oh, thank
heck
you.
of a talent. And do you have a B
Thank you very
three in
much.
your apartment in Brooklyn?
I do.
I
Our
love it.
apartment. My partner Beth is a guitarist as well.
Oh no
So
way!
yeah, she's a great musician. She plays on Broadway a lot, and but our apartment looks like a recording studio.
I
We've got
love
a,
it.
a Steinway Grand in here. We've got a B3 Leslie,
Oh
you
my
know,
God!
amps, Wurlitzer.
There's
it's
no
crazy.
couch, but there's all these
Yeah,
instruments.
yeah, exactly. This is a true New York story we've got going on in this tiny little shoebox.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that sounds perfect. It really does. Oh
Yeah,
man. Oh man.
yeah,
But that
yep.
sounds like a great tour. Now, some of these venues you've toured all over the planet. You've gone international with CSN also, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um just off the top of your head, some of your coolest like fun for you venues that you've performed in that stand out like without thinking about it too hard.
Wow. Um, uh, the Olympia in Paris
Ah.
would be up in the top of the list.
Ah.
Phenomenal venue.
Ah.
A lot of great records have been made in that place. Also, the Royal Albert
I was
Hall
going to
in
ask
London.
you if you played Royal Albert.
There was this one show we played. I got to play there a few times with Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Mm.
But one time we were there. I think we were doing 3 or 4 nights in a row, and we showed up for one of the nights, and we're doing sound check, and Graham comes up to me, and he's like points up, behind the stage up to the organ loft, where there's a massive pipe organ in there. And he
Mhm.
points to that pipe organ. He's like, "You see that organ up there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, look at that thing," And he's like, "You're gonna play it tonight, kid," you know.
Oh,
And
whoa.
he had arranged for the organ, service person to take me up there in the loft, and I got to play a big
Ah.
solo pipe organ intro to his song Cathedral.
Oh, come
And
on. Is that recorded
it
somewhere?
yeah, it must be. I'd like to see a recording of it actually.
Oh
It,
my.
it was crazy playing the instrument. I remember at the end of the intro, I hit the low C sharp on the pedals, and and I remember I could see dust coming out of the ceiling when I hit that note.
It's never been played before. Or at least that note hadn't been in quite some
It was
time.
crazy. It was low. It was way down there.
Whoa.
But
Oh man, that what a
yeah,
memory. Holy
that
moly.
was a magic night in a magic venue.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah. And have you done like Carnegie?
Done Carnegie. That's also a beautiful place.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I was fortunate enough to get to play just kind of sort of solo piano thing at Carnegie one time, and
Oh.
just to get to hear the sound of just an acoustic piano ringing off those walls in
Mm.
that place uh, it was kind of terrifying, but so moving at the
Oh.
same time.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
The
Wow.
you know the names that have been on that instrument in that room. It's just you know
It's the history of music and modern day music.
Horowitz was in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it just can't. I was actually leading up to it. I was just trying not to think about that stuff.
Right. 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 It's just
Just
trying to be in your moment and just you
yeah,
soaking
yeah,
it in there. I
exactly.
can only imagine. Wow. Have you played the Ryman?
Yes, I have.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
the
There's
Church of
nothing.
Country Music.
There's nothing left for you. You done it all. You can retire, Todd.
Oh, oh no, not quite yet.
Not yet. No, no. I'm only kidding. I don't know of too many musicians that retire until they actually have to. So
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
it's
Why would we?
yeah. Why? It's too much fun, and it's like, oh my God, you're having the best time out there.
Well, like I said, I've been incredibly lucky, and it's still it's just astonishing to sort of look back for a second and just think
Yeah.
about those venues that I've gotten to be in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, beautiful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know. There's so many.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
Tanglewood. That's
Oh yeah.
another just
Oh,
unbelievable
that's
one.
just a lovely, lovely, lovely venue. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
the jazz festival this weekend
Mm.
at SPAC, which is also a really cool
Oh,
venue.
yes. Oh, yeah. I love Saratoga. That
Yeah.
venue, it's so fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so much fun. Holy crap. So I'm pulling up Nash's website. So, yeah, you literally are starting in Colorado. Look at all these dates. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
And then you're
Hmm.
playing with the Avid brothers at Red Rocks. What?
That's right. Yep. Hmm.
Oh my God, I'm flying out. Oh my God. Oh my
Come
God.
on. Book the ticket, Rita.
Yeah,
Do
book the
it.
damn ticket and just come out for 2 days. Are you kidding? Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. I used
Twist
to
your
listen.
arm, huh?
I used to follow the Grateful Dead for many shows. So
Did you really?
yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. So I don't need to be doing this. Wow, look at all these dates. Yeah, no, you guys are all over GrahamNash
Hmm.
.com, and I mean, just to see you there is amazing. You really. Really? He's playing in Portsmouth at Jimmy Jazz's Blues Club?
Yeah.
What?
We've got quite a range of venues on this thing, don't we? From massive to incredibly intimate.
And Troy. Okay, so I might actually come to Troy, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played there? It's a really like beautifully sounding venue.
I don't think I have actually.
Yeah, Troy, New York is beautiful, right outside of Albany. And then you're doing
Mm.
Bethel, also the home of Woodstock. Boy,
Yes.
will he have stories there.
Oh Lord, that place is always magic.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. No, wow. And you're
The
doing
museum is cool there too.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, and so much fun to see. I mean, CSNY, they were there. I mean, not they. I don't think Y was with them, but they were at Woodstock, weren't they? Were, of course, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. It was
yeah.
like one of their very first gigs
Wow.
ever.
Yeah, and that must have
Kind
been
of
the
set the
time
tone.
he was dating Joni, right?
I believe it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. When they wrote that, yeah, she wrote the song and everything. Oh my God. There's just so much history. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible, incredible. But I do also hope, and I love the fact that you're having this amazing time and being able to tour with this legend, because that's what Graham Nash is, but also just to have the time to work on your solo work. And it's so different. The music is so different than what you do with Graham, and equally as good. It's just a little different genre. That's all. Tell me how you came up
Yeah.
with the name of your album, The Show Pony. How did you come up with that?
Well, how did I come up with that? Well, the photo was I when I'm on the road, I carry around an old film camera, and I'm always shooting photos, and
Oh,
just it's kind of a little hobby of mine. So the album cover photo I took in this cool sculpture park in Des Moines,
mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just kind of one of those great days where the light was right, and I had a cool film in there, and I just got a bunch of cool shots. And um, aside from that, my partner Beth had been encouraging me to put out some of this organ trio music for a while,
Love that.
and she was kind of making some kind of little joke that was something like this: "Got to get this show pony out there."
Oh,
So
oh. And it's
something
stuck.
like this. You know what I mean? Well, and then we were looking through photos looking for a cover for the album when we saw this weird horse made of driftwood, and we're just like, oh my God, this busted horse, that's the show pony, you
That's
know?
perfect. Yeah. No, it just all kind of morphed into this great album. I can't believe you
You know.
recorded 7 tracks in one day. I mean, would you work for 23
Well,
hours or something? Or
no, no, not really, not really. You know, the I think Chris and Josh and I have a great chemistry together. We all we're friends and we love a lot of the same music. Um, and I just feel like we do two or three takes of each of the tunes, and usually it would be the second take that we would choose.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it just, this trio just feels kind of effortless when we play,
That's so amazing.
and yeah, yeah, it really is.
Where
It's
did
fun
you
to be in the middle of that chemistry.
where
I
did
just
you
kind of
record
feel it.
it?
A great studio in Red Hook called Atomic Sound.
Okay, we have to say Red Hook, Brooklyn,
Red
because
Hook, Brooklyn. Yeah,
yes,
I
because
forget
we
about
have a
that.
Red Hook
Yeah,
here in Dutchess County. So, um,
right, right. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, Red Hook, Brooklyn.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great, beautiful studio. Yeah, we just rolled in. We spent, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours in the studio, and that was that.
So like an hour for each song, and you just did it.
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. How did you meet Josh Dion?
I remember when I first came to New York and was going around checking out different bands and stuff. I remember going to Rockwood Music Hall,
Yep.
um, which is not there anymore, sadly.
Yeah.
And I remember Josh was playing in there with, I can't remember exactly what group he was playing with. Maybe it might have been Jim Campolongo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he just was mind blowing. Josh has got some of that kind of thing that we were talking about Brad Blade. I think he's got this kind of like there's some kind of spark that reminds me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I see some kind of line there in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Josh has always been like that for me. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I remember just introducing myself to him and at that show years ago at Rockwood, and we played a few gigs together along the way. But as I was dreaming up this album, I could just hear Josh's playing in my head,
Mm.
kind of while I was writing some of the tunes,
Wow. Mm-hmm.
and I just felt like I had, and Chris too. We just had an idea of like what this band would sound like, and
And
we
did
just
Chris
yeah, we
and
just put it
Josh,
together
did they know each other, Chris and Josh?
a little bit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'd all played a few gigs together, but I don't think we hadn't played a lot of like jazz together really
Mm-hmm.
before this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's a
Um,
congratulations on this. I'm so happy you were able to take the time to do this and to get it out to the world. Todd, you have a
well,
website. Please tell people how to find you. I
I
know you.
do. It's just toddcaldwell.com,
Yep.
and
And Caldwell is
all that's right.
Caldwell. Sometimes there's a U in there. There's no U in you.
No, no, the you got dropped
The,
somewhere along the way.
yeah. Yeah. And you're on Instagram as well. People can find
Yep,
you on
yep.
there. And how do people listen to your music, Todd?
It's up on all the streaming platforms and whatnot, and also the record is put out on Blackwing Music
Mm-hmm.
label,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure many of the listeners are familiar with Blackwing pencils.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're awesome pencils. I've been using them for years and years. When I first came to New York, my piano teacher gave me a Blackwing pencil, and I have been using them religiously for music writing and just everything.
Isn't that funny? And this
And
is the
yeah,
music division of the pencil.
yes, exactly. Yeah, the uh, Blackwing Music is helmed by a great musician Johnny Irion,
Oh,
who's
I know. I yeah,
lives up in the
sure.
Birches.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Johnny's a great friend, and we had been talking about doing a collaboration for years, and he started working with Blackwing and reached out to me about putting out this record, and Johnny is the real reason it's out there in the world for sure,
Amazing. Amazing. You have
and
vinyl
the support
also?
from Blackwing. Yes, that's right, and it's available through the Blackwing Music website.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Support the artist. I love buying music directly from the artist and
yeah, yeah,
sidelining
me
all
too.
this other stuff. So I think it's
Hmm.
important to
Yeah,
to do that when you can. And what's better than vinyl? So,
I know,
um,
and luscious sparkle splatter purple vinyl,
oh
by
my
the way.
gosh, really? Oh, that's awesome. That sounds really
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it came out. It's came out being a beautiful little product, I think.
Well, I hope seriously that you take this trio out on the road when you have time. I know you have a busy schedule touring with Graham, but I do hope you find some time in there to throw a few shows together and get this out
Definitely.
there to the world.
It's on the way. It's
Good.
on the way
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh, yeah. Well, I'll be following you and hopefully catching one of those shows. And it's been a real
Please.
delight to talk to you. I want to play a few more tracks. My show is over at 6, so I want to do a few more tracks of your music. I'm going to do Nursery Rhyme. Tell me about this.
Yeah, Nursery Rhyme. It's a sweet little tune. I did a recording session a few years ago in town with a great guitarist named Teddy Kumpel.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy's a great musician and friend as well. And I remember he was telling me about a little harmonic device, a little, some kind of like musician nerd stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It was a beautiful sound, this little scale he was talking about. And we did the recording session, but when you're doing a session, you're hanging around, you're talking a lot. This is just one of the little conversations we had during the session. And I came back home and was messing with this little idea that he had told me about, and this tune Nursery Rhyme just popped in. I don't know, it just appeared
Wow.
kind of in like 10 minutes or
Oh
something,
my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I'm going to share
hmm
this with the listeners right here and now. And I just want to say what a pleasure it is. It really has been, and I mean that, to have hosted you. And I look forward to you returning someday. And I look forward to seeing
Absolutely.
you again in person someday. And I just thank you for your time. And it's been an
Oh,
honor. And time is the greatest gift we give one another. So I thank you for yours.
mm.
And yeah, let me play
Well,
some music here.
thank you so much, Rita. Yeah, this has been awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, wonderful. Well, I look forward to seeing you again. In the meantime, safe travels and keep doing
Okay.
what you're doing. I mean, enjoy every single note, and thanks for bringing your gift to the world. It's really
Thank
beautiful.
you.
So thank you.
Anytime. My pleasure.
All
Thank you
right,
so much.
you're welcome. I'll see you soon. Take care. Be well.
Okay. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
91.3 WVKR, Independent Radio, Poughkeepsie, New York. Todd Caldwell, CALWELL.com. An amazing musician, a jazz organist, tours with Graham Nash. You can visit grahamnash.com, and he's playing all over the country. So you'll see Todd on keyboards on the B3 with him. But let's play some music now from Todd's new album, just released this March, called Show Pony. This track is called Nursery Rhyme, here on 91.3.